Hello, I'm the monkey, and welcome back. Hey look, it's autumn. More specifically, September. You know, the month before the spoopy month. But you know what? It's close enough, so why not look at the most spoopy of NES video games? Castlevania. Released September 26, 1989, it quickly became one of Konami's biggest gaming franchises, helping to create the subgenre Metroidvania, and then not much more happened in the coming decades, and now we're here, today. And Konami is releasing a Castlevania collection, but today we're going to be talking about the original Castlevania, released on the NES 35 years ago. First things first, I love this game, and I think that's really well made. In general, I think the Konami sprite work is always great, but they did an outstanding job on this one. The backgrounds especially look great. I also like the design of Simon Belmont and the different creatures you have to face down. I really also like the way that the backgrounds tell the story of the game, of you climbing up Dracula's castle to kill him. As you start on the first floor, make your way up to this outdoor bridge section, which I really like the backgrounds of this part. And there's stage 4 that goes you... What? Then there's stage 4, which has you going underneath the castle into the caves. Stage 5 has you go through more corridors. And then stage 6, well, we'll talk about stage 6 in a bit. As for the controls, they're alright. Not the worst on the NES, but it's no Super Mario Bros. 3. As for Simon's trusty weapon, the whip, it works alright. It kills most things in one hit, and also that doesn't usually go down with a few hits. Then there are Then there are secondary items, which you can equip in order to make the game more bearable to play. You have a knife that you throw, you have an axe that you throw, but this time it's an arc, you have a cross that you throw, but it comes back to you. Then you have the literal godsend, the holy water. I mean, this stuff does ridiculous damage, it's spammable, it doesn't even use that many hearts. And it's really easy to get. You may be wondering, what are hearts? And I'll tell you. Hearts of this game is ammo for the special weapons. I don't get it either.
And now it's time for silly songs with
The monkey.
the part of the show
The monkey.
comes out and sings a silly song.
This is probably my favorite part of the game. The music. This is some of the best to put onto the NES. I mean, just listen. these 3 games have some of the best music in this entire generation. I mean, there's no reason for this music to go so hard. I guess we should talk about that. Speaking about things going hard, this game is hard. Like, really hard. See, back in the olden days, it was common to make games as hard as possible to keep people playing as long as possible. And I'm grateful that the games industry has decided to go a different direction. Because every game with Dark Souls levels, I don't think I could beat a single game. Oh yeah, if you couldn't tell, this game's definition of hard is saying, hey, what if we just add Medusa hits here? With pits. I'm not even kidding, it happens in one of the levels. Yeah, this game can get ridiculously hard. But one part of the game's difficulty I was surprised about was the bosses. I mean, all except for Dracula are really easy. But we'll get back to him later. And when I say easy, I mean easy compared to their levels, although some are just easy in general. Like, the bat from level 1, he is a total pushover. Same with the Medusa head and the mummies. But then once we get to the Frankenstein, things get a bit more difficult as they added a hunchback there. And then you have Death. I'm not gonna lie, Death... Okay, Death is hard. Compared to the stage, dang! Death is really easy compared to the rest of the stage. I mean, just the section before him, I died more times than him. But now, it's time for level 6. Start with you climbing up and going through the clock tower. The music changes, and you're in front of the staircase. You go up the stairs, and you see a room. You then enter Dracula's room. And holy avocado, this is so hard! Thankfully, Konami was sane enough not to put a floating Medusa head. I think it has one of the most simplistic attack patterns in the whole game, actually. But what makes him so hard then? Well, first of all, you have to hit his head. Hitting his body does nothing. Second of all, he shoots these 3 small projectiles at you that are really hard to dodge. 3, he teleports immediately after shooting said projectiles, and most of the time he will teleport on top of you or right next to you. And if you somehow manage to kill Dracula, then you have to defeat his final form, the Cookie Monster. I'm not even making it up, that's just what it's called by the community. And if you're not dumb like me, you can break this candle and grab this holy water, but if you are dumb like me, all you have is this dumb cross. And after many failed attempts, you can stop Cookie Monster's addiction forever. You then leave the castle and watch it crumble far off in the distance. I love this ending. It feels so satisfying just to watch the dang thing fall down as the sun starts to rise, and thus begin one of the most influential games in the series. Although it wouldn't be until 1997's Castelvania Symphony of the Night that it'd be at the height of its popularity. In conclusion, I love Castlevania. It is one of the most smartly designed little games on the whole system. Now as for Castlevania 2, you couldn't pay me enough to play through that whole game. I mean, if you like and subscribe, I might be tempted. Bye-bye!